Katie here, and welcome to my channel. Hey, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing stuff and things. My hair is still not cooperating with me. I mean, like, what is this? What is this dread? What is it? It's hair. That's what it is. Anyways, today's video is a Foodie Friday. I like these. I like making these. This might be something that is just my channel. I've thought about it. Or maybe I'll make an actual channel for it. Who knows? This right here with the 2 jobs is too much for me at the moment. I'm settling in to the whole thing, but it's still quite a bit for me. So I have this cookbook, Better Homes and Gardens, the cookbook. I obviously use it quite a bit. I just want to make something random out of it. In terms of recipes, we have 542 pages of recipes in this book, right? I'm gonna pick a random one out of it. Well, honestly, though, you're gonna have to minus that with 38. Because this is the first page of recipes. That's neither here nor there. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to randomly pick, and I think I'm gonna use dice. I found them. You didn't know, but I didn't have the dice at the time, and it took me a second to find dice. I thought I had another dice, but I don't. I have this cool one, which has the dice inside of a dice. I've had this since middle school. I'm pretty sure I accidentally stole it from my teacher, which might not have been an accident, but I have it still if they want it back. Childish days those were. Anyways, I only have 500 pages, right? So I'm thinking 6 is going to count as 0, and I'm going to roll it once, and I'm not going to roll it twice. Right? That makes sense. So I'm going to roll this dice. The first time I roll it, I'm only going to use the big parts. That is going to be the first digit in the page numbers. And then 6 is going to be 0, if I haven't said that yet. The second time I roll it, I'm going to look at both of them. The big part's going to be the 10th digit. And then the small dice is going to be the ones digit, I think is what it's called, right? It's ones. Anyways. Okay, page 0, page 41. We're going page 41 here. Okay, so we're looking at appetizers and snacks. We got stuffed mushrooms, dill dip, and what does that one at the bottom say? Sour cream fruit dip. That sounds kind of good. I think I wanna do one of these two. I have things for the stuffed mushrooms. I'm thinking more sweet though, but like it feels too simple. And like we've got all these alterations here. We could do sausage stuffed mushrooms and pepperoni stuffed mushrooms, and I'm feeling the mushrooms. So I don't have mushrooms themselves. We're gonna go to the store. Will I film at the store? I don't know. That's always a toss-up in the air because it's a bit awkward. If you know, you know. Okay. Fun fact, I didn't film at all at the grocery store. I did, however, arrange my cart in a very kind of OCD way, cutesy way. That I didn't mean to, but it, you know, it was picture worthy. So I took a picture of it. That's what I bought at the store for this and other things. Other thing is I have a second camera. You can't really see it, but because I have a light diffuser, it's a piece of paper. It's working, if you ask me. Let me go ahead and turn this on. Is she recording? She is indeed recording. Whether or not the light diffusion is working, I haven't the slightest idea. However, this is the lovely array of things we need. I tried to set it up as cute as possible, but first off we need 24 large mushrooms, 1.5 to 2 inch in diameter. We do want them with the stems on. We also need 1/4 cup sliced green onions. This is 3, and they are this size right here. 1 clove garlic minced. I used a medium large size garlic clove for that. We need 1/4 cup of margarine or butter. I am using butter. 2/3 cup fine breadcrumbs. And then 1/2 cup shredded cheddar or crumbled blue cheese, of which I decided to do both because why not split this in half, do 12 cheddar, 12 blue cheese. I think it'll be delicious, quite frankly. The first step that we need to do is rinse the mushrooms. I've done that. You can't see this down here. maybe like right here. I'll put this down here. But we rinse the mushrooms. We also have to decap them. So just like, it doesn't matter if they come out clean because we are chopping them, but you do need to get the mushrooms out. These really aren't going to be that stuffed, are they? Anyways, you gotta be pretty careful doing these stem removals. I've already broken 2 of the stems, the caps, and that sucks. But essentially it's pretty important that you just kind of want to stick your finger into the skirt of this, right, and get as far down into the top or the base, I guess in this case, of the mushroom to remove all of that stem, or as much as you can. Like, I guess it doesn't matter as long as you have like a little hole cup thing to put your mushroom stuffing in. You know? But also, look, I found a little heart mushroom. Look at how adorable this is. Look at how adorable. Let me see. It's so cute. It's a heart. I don't want to eat this. I want to encase this in resin or something and wear it as a locket. The heart of the forest. I'm gonna go ahead and cook it though, because that's unrealistic. The first step is we're gonna de-stem the mushrooms. I'm just giving it a little spin, a little turn, trying to get as much mushroom out of the stem, trying to get as much mushroom stem out as possible so we can stuff these beauties beautifully. And then this is just gonna get kind of chopped up. And why cut it when you can just tear it, you know? I'm just doing little pieces. They're gonna reduce in size by quite a bit. I think about half their size. I don't remember exactly the measurements, but that's what we're doing right now, so that we can cook these in some butter. Voila! They are done. Look at how much that is. That's a lot more than I thought. Anyways, we're going to put this on the stove, probably at like a medium heat. The book doesn't necessarily say, but we're putting in 1/4 cup of the butter. We're also putting in the 2/3 cup breadcrumbs. Oh, sugar bottoms. Wow. 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 Those aren't supposed to go in yet. We'll see how that works out. That's supposed to go in with the cheese. This will be fun. Too late now. Alright. So we're going to ignore the fact that I put the breadcrumbs in here super early. I'm gonna turn this on medium heat. Get my cute little spatula. I'm just sitting here hoping that the breadcrumbs don't eat all of the butter. I might have to put a little bit more butter in, maybe, but my assumption is that the breadcrumbs are in here to absorb any of the water that's going to be cooked out of the mushrooms. The breadcrumbs are saturated with oil. I don't think they're going to do that, so maybe I'm gonna have to add more breadcrumbs. It might just be more of a contact surface area thing so that the mushrooms and onions and garlic get maximum contact with the heat rather than the breadcrumbs. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. So here's the thing. The crumbs were starting to burn, so that's definitely why you need to put them in with the cheese after the mushrooms have cooked. I think it'll be fine. I put some water in to just kind of help further cook the mushrooms and not burn the crumbs, but this is about as good as I'm gonna get. I want to do a half and half thing. I'm gonna just kind of scoop out half of this. Is this gonna work? I'm just scooping out half of this mushroom stuffing so that way I can put in half of the other cheese, and then I'll put that in a bowl and put this back in and do it again with the other cheese. We're starting off with cheddar. I'm just going to go ahead and dump that in, and we're going to give it a little stir. And I think once it's incorporated, we need to take it off the heat immediately. Although I am one to very much enjoy caramelized cheese, you know, like that. It's so good. It's such a good flavor. This is what the cheddar looks like. Oh, that noise though. Give a whiff of that blue cheese. I'm just going to put this in there and incorporate this. Oh, that's a bit stinky. I'm wondering if you don't like blue cheese, it's too heavy for you, you could probably use a gargonzola. And now that that's incorporated, we're going to take this off the heat. And it's got some nice chunks of white in there, so we know which one is which. I'm going to just scooch y'all down to right about there. We're going to stuff these mushrooms. I have a rather large, I don't know what size it is, but it's a sheet pan. And I have baking paper underneath. And I don't think it needs to be really spaced out too much, right? That it doesn't make sense that it's spaced out a lot. Also, the question is, how much of this am I putting in? Am I doing it more, you know, like flat, or am I able to kind of dome it out a little bit like this one? We'll see. We'll do a little bit of all of it. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Well, I have my stuffed mushrooms, the uncooked stuffed mushrooms. So, some things to note. This side, the blue cheese, definitely more malleable to work with than this side, the cheddar cheese. I guess something to do with the fact that this is soft cheese, hard cheese. It just didn't melt as hard and cool as hard. I don't know. It's still warm. I got stuff all over my hands. Wow. So that being said though, this went into the mushrooms a lot easier. This one over here, I do have a couple mushrooms that are like split down the side. So, because I pushed too hard and somehow there's a dog hair in it. Am I actually surprised? Not at all. But this is going to go into the oven. Like I said, 425 once the oven preheats. And it's going in for 8 to 10 minutes. And yeah, I'm gonna clean up a second and I'll be back when that comes out of the oven. Wow, look at that. Anyways, I set the timer for 9 minutes because it said between 10 and 8. So I figured the middle was good. They look good. They sound good. Question is, though, do they taste good? Only a taste test will find out, because, I mean, I guess you could smell it, but at the same time, that's not necessarily accurate, is it? Oh, they're juicy! Ooh la la. I'm gonna let these cool down for a minute, but they look really good. Right, like, really good. I'm just gonna put them on this here. Ooh, hot, ow. Cooling rack. Because I have a cooling rack now. That's gonna help them cool down faster. Ow! It's hot. Verdict's in, though. You can, in fact, overstuff them, and they will not leak out. Even this cracked one right here stayed pretty intact. Ooh, golly wally. Golly wally. It's hot. Okay, it's hot. But yeah. Anyways, it's only been a couple minutes, but honestly, I don't think I can wait any longer. What is this angle? I don't know. Okay, so we have on this side, this is the blue cheese, this is the cheddar, and you can really tell the difference. If, like, honestly, I'm gonna pick these two. So this is the cheddar. You can kind of see it's more yellow, and then the blue cheese is paler in comparison. So because the blue cheese is more intense of the flavor, I'm going with the cheddar first. Okay, let's hope I'm not gonna burn my mouth open. It just tastes like a mushroom stuffing, if that makes any sense. I don't taste any of the cheddar. I put a 1/4 of a cup in there, just like I was supposed to if it was halved. But honestly, either I need more cheddar in there or less breadcrumbs. Or like a medium of both. But here's the blue cheese. Cheers. Okay, you can definitely taste the blue cheese in there. I'm wondering if I had combined the two, whether or not that would have been more interesting. The blue cheese almost overpowers the whole thing. But all in all, that is going to be my favorite flavor, is the blue cheese. Yeah. So thank you for coming along this journey on making something I've never made before. Random recipe edition. I've got to go. I hope that you have a lovely day wherever you're at. Bye.